All right, hello there. My name is Mr. Ali, and I work for MHC Mental Health Services, and I'm going to be your therapist for today.
Hi, Mr. Ellie. My name is Melissa.
Hello, Melissa. It's a pleasure to meet you. So we'll be working together for a few sessions to just make sure we address any type of issues that you've been facing recently, and hopefully we could achieve some great work together. And I look forward to it. Just remember that this session here, us, me, and you together, it's a safe space. I encourage you to be as open and honest as you can, and just I want to make sure that you feel comfortable sharing anything that you do have with me. You don't have to say anything that you don't feel comfortable with, but anything that you do kind of want to get on the table and address, I'm more than welcome to kind of go in there with you. And like I said, this is more of a collaborative effort, so it's going to be as much as me in this session as it is you. So basically, I kind of want to get on the table a couple things. There's this thing called confidentiality. So anything that we do kind of go through today, anything that's said is just between me and you, strictly confidential. Unless there's anything within our sessions that comes up that makes me believe that you are pose a threat to yourself or others, then I would have to address that and bring it to the appropriate person. Also, I do want to remind you that I am a mandated reporter. So that means that if I see or hear, or if anything comes up in our sessions that can allude to any type of abuse or neglect, I will be mandated by the state to report that.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we can jump into this a bit. So just tell me a little bit about yourself and kind of what brings you here.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just start from the beginning. I was born and raised in New York. My family originally comes from the Dominican Republic, actually.
Wow, that's an amazing country. They have a wonderful culture, the food is fantastic, and the people are so warm and friendly. Like every time, I hear anything about Dominican people or people from the Dominican Republic, I just hear great things. And so have you ever been there?
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to go there and I would stay at my great-grandmother's house. She was an amazing woman. My fondest memories as a child are just waking up in the morning to her singing these old Spanish songs and just all throughout the house, and she was so cute. She would make these amazing meals too. She was a great cook. Whenever she'd make breakfast in the morning, she it'd always be this amazing smell throughout the house, and it's just like this heavenly smell would be the first thing you wake up to in the morning. And so and outside there's always all these beautiful trees and flowers and plants everywhere. It just I'd love walking outside, picking the flowers with her, or giving some even to her to put on the shelf, like in the kitchen, and smile on her face every time. It just like every time I bought her a little bouquet, it just kind of gave me so much joy, even as a child. And so I just when I was younger, I just loved trying to catch hundreds of butterflies and that were outside, and just kind of I would laugh as miserably failed to collect them, because hardly ever works, but just sorry, I'm going off on a tangent.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate that. It sounds like you had a wonderful experience with your great grandmother, and it sounds like being in that country as a child is something that you definitely appreciated.
Definitely, and thank you. Yeah, I just I really did. I'm very proud of my culture, and I love being Dominican. It's just my mother and father immigrated to the United States, and so when they were young, my father was a mechanic, and he passed away a few years ago due to a heart condition, and he'd been battling it for years, so it was kind of hard.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry, Melissa. That must have been a very emotional time for your family.
Yeah, it was. I just, my father was beloved by so many, and all the people in my neighborhood would come up to my father and show him, the greatest respect, and everyone knew him by his name, and whatever he needed, everyone would try to do their best to get it for him, and get it from him and everything. So.
Wow, it sounds like everyone there kind of really admired and respected your father, and a lot of people looked up to him a great deal. How do you think it affected specifically you and your family?
Well, my mother was devastated. She met my father when they were very young, and it was, love at first sight, and the story is just amazing. But they knew each other for 10 years before they finally tied the knot. And my mother says that it was one of the greatest and happiest moments of her life. The relationship was always something I admired. It was more like a partnership. Everything they did, they consulted each other, and they talked about it first and made the decision together. And it's just and I rarely ever saw them fight. It's crazy. And my mother was left to provide and take care of my two brothers and I, and so it was pretty difficult. She was a strong woman and a woman of faith, and always sacrificed everything for her kids, and always put us first. And she doesn't like to wear her emotions on her sleeve. She likes to be tough, and it's it was sometimes hard to tell when what she was actually thinking. And so she always likes to appear tough for her children, but she's just I know that it must hurt her so deeply, and to lose the love of your life, it just it would kill me. I know it kills her.
Yes, that must have had a very large impact on your mother, very negative one too. The loss of any person is just very tragic, let alone your partner that you knew for so many years.
Yeah.
It sounds like over a decade they knew each other.
I just and I have one older brother and one younger brother, middle child, and they both looked up to my father tremendously, of course, and I know it definitely hit them very hard. My older brother is like my mother. He tries to keep his emotions concealed, and I know he's trying to remain tough for the family, and seeing that he's the oldest son with responsibilities, but and I've never even seen my brother cry. Just the way he the way that he cried at my father's funeral was just it was deep. But since then it's just like he's just trying to be tough. And so and of course my younger brother took it very hard, especially being the youngest. And as soon as he heard the bad news, he cried, and gosh, he cried his eyes out for weeks. And he loved our father so much, and it's just he was my father was such a positive force in his life. So
I can see that your father was an amazing man whose family loved very much. Your brothers, your mom, like everybody, even in the neighborhood, everyone. You could tell that everyone really loved him. So how do you personally think he handled his death?
Me? Well, I don't think I'll ever love a man like I love my father. Just his death had me feeling down for so long, many days, and however, I know he loved me, and and I know he's not really gone, but I know I'll see him again, in another life. But just like for now, I have to be strong for my family, and I know that's what he would have wanted.
That's a great way to think about it, Melissa. I'm sure your father would be proud of the way you're looking out for your family, being that strong, positive force for everybody to kind of like look to.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I am. Yeah, it's very kind of you. I don't know. So moving forward, I moved down to Florida to go to University of South Florida. Was offered a full academic scholarship, and based on my performance in high school, and accepted it right away. And but it was a huge deal because I'm the first person in my family to go to college, actually.
Awesome. That is an amazing achievement to achieve. That's great. Not many people are afforded that opportunity. You should be really proud of yourself. That's something you should really,
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, it did take a lot of hard work to get it, though, definitely. So anyways, but my mother and my two siblings, they live back in New York, and with the rest of my family. I have a few uncles and aunts and some cousins that are that I I talk to and stuff like that, and consult. It's a huge step for me, and so they really kind of helped me with that. But finally moved out of home and to another state where I thought it'd be kind of this new exciting life. So,
okay, I see.
But once I got here, I realized that it was all a dream or some silly fantasy of mine. It just I moved into the dorms of the campus, and that were pretty decent. I thought that they would be a little bigger, of course, but and maybe include more amenities and all. But that was fine. It didn't take long for me to find out that all of my roommates didn't really like me, unfortunately. every time I tried to like start a conversation with them, they would say a few words and then like abruptly end the conversation, just like not even let me get a word in edgewise, kind of. Yeah.
That must have been really hard for you to deal with.
Yeah, it was. It just sometimes I'd get dirty looks and from them, and it's just like I always felt unwelcome in my own home, and it was just this horrible feeling. It just like what did I do to deserve that treatment? I tried to be open and friendly with them, and they shut me down, and I'm really trying to reach out and make new friends, but it just seems like no one likes me.
Well, it seems like you're really trying to make an effort, and you're just trying to making any progress in developing healthy relationships and healthy friendships with anyone who is in your apartment or your dorm. It just seems like you're really trying to make some type of effort.
Yeah, just
and that's a lot.
It's actually just not even the only issue.
Oh, okay. So what else seems to be troubling you?
Well, I just feel so homesick. I miss my mother a lot. She's been my rock for so long, and just being away from her is, we've always been very close and had an open relationship with her, and I always feel like I could talk to her about anything, and that's been going on in my life, and whenever there was any situation or problem that I was experiencing with school or boyfriends, it just, anything that came up, my mother was there, and she's my crutch, and in a funny way, she's like my personal therapist, no offense, Ms. Rowley.
No offense taken, no offense. It seems like you and your mother have a very strong and positive relationship.
Oh, definitely. It sucks that my family lives all the way up north, and I never get to see them. It's just, I try to call my mother every now and then, and, she's usually busy picking up shifts at work, she works night shifts and, at the hospital, and sometimes she ends up taking double shifts, which, of course kill anybody, and whenever she tries to call me, I'm usually in class, it seems, and it's like we never get to really see and talk to each other, and the whole situation just really blows. I just hate it.
I understand your frustration. This must be a difficult situation for you to deal with, especially being so close to your mother and your family, and having that relationship with them, and then all the stuff that happened with your father passing, and all them having to deal with that, and with you having to be so far away from them. It's just like, so how are you handling your transition to university?
Well, honestly, it's been pretty rough so far. I feel lost and confused, and being in college is way different than being in high school. It's just like the professors and the structure of the classes, the material, the people. It's all too much for me. I don't know. The professors, like, they don't even give you as much time and attention as in high school, and I know the way the assignments are posted are so strange sometimes, and the format we just have to make is just absolutely makes no sense to me. I feel like my high school did a really poor job of preparing me for this. I feel like it's just all hitting me at once, and I can't even process it. And it's just the other day I had 2 assignments due online, and I had no idea they were due this week, and I ended up missing the assignments and getting zeros for both of them, and I never ever get zeros, and it's just it's just a horrible way to start off my college career, and I feel like I'm all over the place, and I guess I'm just second guessing this decision, and I don't know, I think the universe is against me.
Oh my gosh. Well, so what you're saying is that coming to university has been very new to you. The way the classes and the materials organized seems to be catching you off guard, and you're having difficulty kind of processing and organizing your schoolwork and your time. And it's also important to note that many students who first transition from a state to a state university, they experience many of the same issues that's similar to yourself. And college is in many ways different from high school, and the dynamics of the coursework and the standards are set much higher, and this could be a rough transition for any new student.
Yeah, well, I guess I never really thought about it like that. I just felt alone with this whole experience. I thought it was only me and who could be feeling this way.
Definitely not, Melissa. You are not the only person who would feel this way. It's perfectly normal. It's a perfectly normal response to anyone in your position would feel. And in my opinion, I feel like you're handling yourself very, very well.
Thank you.
Definitely. So, well, Melissa, I'm happy you felt comfortable coming to me to talk about these issues that you're going through. It's really personal, and I know it's not easy to kind of share those stories, especially with you and your father passing and just everything that you've been dealing with. But going forward, I think it would be best to tackle a few of these issues that you've been experiencing. So I kind of just want you to let me know if this sounds okay with you, all right? So from what you tell me, there may be some issues of loneliness or kind of isolation due to your lack of social support since moving to the university campus. I also feel that, with the workload and the material, it seems a bit overwhelming and challenging for you at the time. But I feel like kind of identifying and addressing these issues and developing some effective coping strategies would really benefit you. So how would you feel about that?
Honestly, yeah, Miss Shirley, that sounds amazing.
Okay, that's awesome. So I'm happy you're pleased, Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
So with the next couple of sessions, I kind of look forward to working together to tackle these issues, and hopefully we'll relieve some of the problems you've been experiencing. Like I said, this is going to be a collaborative effort. So as much as work that I'm going to put in, I'm going to need you to put in some work too, because the only way we get to the end of our goal is if we do it together.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so do you have any more questions?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, well, I want to say thank you for taking the step to come in today, because a lot of people, when they're going through a lot of similar situations or any other situations, their first thing is kind of seeking that help and admitting I want to kind of make a change. And I'm really proud of you for coming in here and taking the steps to do that. And you should be proud of yourself too. You really should. I look forward to working with you, and just if there's any other thing that you need, or if you need to contact me, please feel free to do so. So I look forward to working with you, and Melissa, I hope you have a wonderful day.
All right, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a good one.